riding itself is fun by nature. Like, we all can agree on that riding is fun. And it's even more fun when you have friends and trips that you go on. And in my case, music. And today, for instance, I'm out here by myself, no schedule in mind, just me in the open road. And I had previously an audio device, and I had an accident, and unfortunately I broke that audio device. And rather than replace it, I went almost 2 years without music.
But this is the Sena 10C. Well, the box anyway. But I previously used this device for communications, music, and video. But after breaking it, of course, no more music, no more communications. And eventually I swapped the video piece for the GoPro, which ended up in better quality, but I still miss my music. And I know some of you will say, so what? You didn't have music. Let the bike exhaust and your surroundings be your music. And yeah, I agree with you on that. But over time, I got bored riding just listening to my exhaust. And that's when I realized my exhaust was obnoxiously loud. So yeah, it became a chore for me to just listen to my exhaust by itself. But it's not uncommon to have music on your rides, which is why many touring and bagger style motorcycles have audio systems, because music adds to the overall experience of the ride. But music for me made riding through the Mojave Desert on the Indian Chieftain that much more fun, even if we were all hitting our breaking points.
So far. Oh God.
But since I ride more muscle-based bikes, like this Suzuki M109R, there is no option for audio unless I manually add a source.
Now, of course, during this full 2 years, I didn't go fully without having music. Now, my preferred choice was to have music, but I did try things like earphones, but those really didn't work out exactly how I had planned.
I would either get the earphones in for one to pop out while having the helmet on, to having ear pains when trying to get the helmet off. It always, for me, felt like a chore. And also, I felt like earphones with a good seating in the ear sometimes blocked out too much noise, which reduces my awareness and overall feel of the bike. You know you have a problem when you can't really feel the vibrations of the bike while you're riding.
I went back and forth trying different things with earphones, and then eventually I just decided not to ride with any music. And then of course I made that trip to Orlando. That was 8 hours one way, and I just rode with earplugs. Now, of course, for me, I like having music, so the ride did feel a bit monotonous, but it did result in a free and open mind of mental clarity and thinking, which is what I think a lot of us want anyway, because that creates the whole therapeutic session that riding is.
But the overall trip was easy to make even in 40 degrees, and I'd do it again the same way just for the experience. But when the trip was over, it gave me the realization that I don't necessarily need music on my rides, but I definitely would like the option. But if you want to check out that series, you can click in the top right hand corner to see that. But to completely solve my problem, I recently picked up a Cardo unit with the JBL speakers off eBay, and I installed it on my Bell Bullet. But with the Bell Bullet being a retro inspired helmet, I had to modify the EPS liner a bit to get the speakers in a comfortable position to make them less noticeable on my ears while riding and removing the helmet. But sound quality wise, they give a good amount of mid-range performance with an option to turn the bass up a bit with the Cardo app. Initially, I was concerned on how loud the speakers would get since I do ride with earplugs to protect my ears from damage. But the cheap foam plugs sit in my ear canal with the Cardo audio being noticeable as background noise, but it wasn't loud enough to my liking. But I'll place the blame on the cheap plugs I'm using, which block out most noise, but without them, the audio levels from the Cardo is definitely more than enough. But once I swapped to the new plugs that I'm experimenting with, I could hear more of the Cardo audio at highway speeds, but the downside is a small reduction in the amount of noise being blocked. But it's something along the lines of 32 decibels with the foam earplugs and 24 decibels with the ones that I'm experimenting with. But either way, subscribe so you don't miss my thoughts on these when I do some type of formal review. But the Cardo's features give me everything that I want with the important piece of music. So now I can add rhythm and beats, making my rides that much more fun with the occasional audiobook on my work commute. And when I don't want to ride with music, it can easily be turned off for just enjoying the road and the motorcycle. But I'll leave a link to the Cardo PackTalk Bold with the JBL speakers in the description if you'd like to pick one up for yourself. But to wrap things up and drive my point home further, the late artist Jean-Michel Basquiat once said that art is how we decorate space and music is how we decorate time. But I never thought of music as a way to add to our experience of passing time. Because while we ride, we're so zoned in on our surroundings and the moment that our perception of time blurs together with the road. And in essence, we're passing time and we don't even realize it.
You gotta dance back there, dude. Hey, 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 hey. All right, your turn now. Oh.
What you doing, man?
Oh, shit.
But for me, music adds to that experience, and I'm glad to have a solid option now at my leisure after a 2-year hiatus. But I pass the question off to you. Do you ride with music, or are you a traditionalist that only needs the motorcycle and road noise for satisfaction? Drop your thoughts below and let us know. But anyway, subscribe for more, thumbs up if you loved it, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.
Fuck the mainstream. Lights out. Lights out. Lights out. Lights out.